Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in to check out this video. This is removal of a yellow jacket colony that had made its nest in the ceiling of a client's garage. It was just above the drop ceiling and it was about the size of a small basketball. Plus some shots of the girls and an update on the squirrely squirrel. So here's the video, check it out. Well, this is like my third vacuum, so luckily I had an extra one. I just don't have the other one with me. Always something. Well, they're above there. Let's take down a little bit of that insulation and see what we find. There it is. All right. No. I'm not gonna be able to get too much of a shot with the camera. I'm definitely not gonna be moving all kinds of stuff up into this corner. You can barely see as it is. Let's see if I can move it over to the side. And just be careful, they're starting to come down.
Alright, I'll go in.
Well, you don't have to go in. Just keep an eye.
They're all coming after you?
Yeah, they're gonna come after me more than anything. Yeah. Yep, there they are. Alright, so with all my removals, yellow jackets are never in a convenient location. But whenever there's a drop ceiling involved, it's so much easier than having to cut through drywall. And this is a cavity nest building yellow jacket, so they primarily will suss out areas that are, in attics or in walls or whatever. So this one was in a prime location. It was right in the top corner of the client's garage. And once I exposed that area, I could easily just reach up in there and get them out. So I just take a little bit of time here and vacuuming out as many of the adults as I can. This being in a garage, once they were to fly out into the garage, they would literally just go right out the garage door and could fly right back into the entranceway of the nest. So even if they come past the vacuum here, they're going to get sucked up as they make their way back into the front entrance of the nest. So I just take a little bit of time here, vacuum up as many of the adults as I can, and then showing here the actual nest itself. It wasn't a huge nest, even though this was kind of like midsummer. This is actually the third yellow jacket nest inside of a house that I removed for this client this particular year. So they had 3 nests altogether, 2 in their attic and then 1 here in the garage. And no, they don't live near me, so it's not from my relocated colonies. So the nest size isn't humongous, but it's it had a decent amount of adults in the nest. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 700, 800 adults altogether, individuals in this colony. Not quite my thousands that I get with some of my super nests, but this one was still decent enough to cause them a lot of distress when they were walk outside or open up their garage door. You can imagine that vibration just setting them off. And this nest did have a lot of larvae in it, so even though it wasn't humongous, it was pretty well packed full. So definitely going to be a lot of larvae for the girls. So you can see here that the patties aren't super thick. These are actually relatively thin yellow jacket patties, which is very indicative of this species. Now, like German yellow jackets or bald-faced hornets, their nests and their comb are super, super thick, and they're very, very strong. These particular species, just like the subterranean species, have very fragile comb. So like right there when I picked it up, the whole thing started to fall apart. So it's a difference between cavity building and like subterranean and aerial nest building yellow jackets. So like a bald-faced hornet or a Dulica vespula arenaria species, or any of the aerial nest building yellow jackets, their nests are freestanding, so they have to withstand the wind and the shaking of the trees or wherever they're building the nest, and they're exposed to the elements. So their nests have to be strong, as opposed to these cavity building and subterranean nests where they're protected by whatever's encasing the nest. So in this case, being a building, or subterranean being the ground, their nests don't have to be quite as strong, so that they can actually build larger nests and not as structurally strong, as opposed to the subterranean, where they can build quicker and a little bit lighter of the nest. Not a lot of envelope with this nest either, which I was pretty surprised by. But yeah, so just after getting everything out, just spraying up inside the cavity. So any new foragers that are coming back, since I'm not going to be vacuuming up every single one, they'll get hit with the black flag up in the cavity, and then that'll kill them, or it'll deter them, and they won't be able to go back to the nest, and then they'll vacate the area and die somewhere else. Another great thing about drop sealing is that when I'm done, I just stuff the cavity full of insulation and put the drop sealing back in place. And it's like I was never there. And just some fun shots of the girls with the nest. During the middle of the summer, when I'm doing like 4 or 5 removals a day, I have a lot of nests for the girls, so I actually kind of split it up. I don't give them all the nests at the same time. As soon as I come home, I try to keep some of the nests in the Rubbermaid bins once I bring them home, and then kind of divvy them out over, because not every day is 5 or 6 removals or whatever. Some removals or some days are 2 removals or 1 removal or whatever. But for the most part, I'm pretty busy, so I try to just save the nests and just divvy them out throughout the course of a week or so. But yeah, so this one I was able to bring it home. I kind of cut it in half and just gave them a few pieces of it, because I'd already given them some that morning. In some of my videos, I tweeze out the larvae, and in others, I just let the girls peck them out like you see here. See where Angel just was, that's a bald-faced hornet comb, so that was the one I gave them earlier in the morning. And so people ask why I tweeze out the larvae, and I've kind of explained this a couple times in other videos, but the main reason is that, as you can see here, the bald-faced hornet comb is flipped upside down. So when they peck at it, they sometimes don't, they flip the comb over, and then they can't get the larva out, so then they leave it there, and then the larva dies, and then, they don't get that stuff out, and it's rotten, and they won't eat it. So it's a waste. So I tweeze everything out, and then that way they get the max amount of larvae out of the comb. There's a squirrely squirrel. There he is, everybody. Right there. There's a squirrely squirrel. Eating a nut. Oh, squirrely squirrel. Oh, squirrely squirrel. Hello, squirrely squirrel. Hey, Humphrey. Hi, squirrely squirrel. Hey, squirrely squirrel. Hey, Humphrey. Hey, Humphrey. There he goes, climbing up that tree. Hey, squirrely squirrel. Oh, squirrely squirrel. Oh, squirrely squirrel. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in to check out this video. If you guys enjoyed this content, drop in the comments, let me know what you think. If you have suggestions for future videos or something you'd like to see me cover in an upcoming video, also drop in the comments and let me know. As I stated in my previous video, the YouTube algorithm has been changed to where it's now prioritizing bigger conglomerates like Disney, CNN, other media outlets, which now deprioritizes small content creators like myself or your other favorite YouTube content creators. So if you guys enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Liking and sharing the content also really helps me stay abreast of this new change and shows the YouTube algorithm that my content is enjoyable by the people who want to see it. It also then helps promote it to get it in front of people who would enjoy my content. Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning in to check out this video and supporting my channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.